what does the path to being worth 100 billion look like?
What does the path to being worth 100 billion look like? I don't know.
Like, because okay, let me just like pause. You're 24, and there's so much awesome scaling, so many great ideas. You think about different trajectories?
Yeah.
What those possible trajectories might look like.
Yeah, I mean, if the goal was to just be worth $100 billion, yes. I mean, my goal, I'm a broken record, is to make the best video possible, because I know whatever else I want will come, obviously. Blah,
So
blah.
the video is the foundation.
Yeah, exactly. So to path to $100 billion is keep getting 100 million views a video. You know what I mean? But
or more.
Or more, exactly, if we can keep growing. But, if we can keep Feastables growing, right, and we eventually expand international, and one day we're in 100,000 retail locations, and we're selling the same amount of SKUs or units per SKUs like we're currently doing, I mean, that would crush. And then obviously, ideally, one day we open up hundreds of Beast Burgers. We get it where we churn out, like Supercell, a couple hit games. I don't want to make dozens or hundreds of games. I just want to make games that are just great. And we rarely drop them, but when we do, they're bangers. And just whatever other stuff we end up doing, all that combined, I mean, it's just interesting, because like what's a show that's pulled 100 million views per episode, basically? Yeah, like we're doing, like, what I mean? Like the Super Bowl gets praised because they get 100 million viewers, but I can't think of a show, maybe in reruns or something.
But it's also a show that has a singular kind of figure,
yeah,
that you can now use as a,
like, I don't have a network telling me what to do. I don't have anyone, like, I can do whatever I want. So it's a very interesting position, because I put out content and 100 million people show up. And then I also have a gaming channel. I put out content and 15 million people show up. And a reaction channel, I put out content and 10 million people show up. I have a TikTok and I put out content and on average 20 million people show up. And so as long as I can keep that going, and then we build these businesses, it's honestly pretty scary to see what will happen, over the years, because Feastables launched last year, 2022. So it's a relatively new thing. And Beast Burger, we just started scaling up the physical side, and we haven't obviously even launched any mobile games yet. So I think I'm at the antithesis of it. I don't see a world where my YouTube channel is irrelevant in the next couple of years. This is what I live for. And so if I can keep that going and then really start to expand these businesses that leverage off of it, then yeah, I mean, hopefully there's a day where I can give away $1 billion in a video, honestly.
That would be one hell of a video. Let me ask you the ridiculous question. Since you went from being broke to being rich, although you keep spending all your money, but does money buy happiness? How has money changed sort of your contentment, your happiness in life?
Does money buy happiness? No, not. I mean, to a point, yes. Once you can take care of your health, you can take care of like any immediate dangers, and you can take care of your family relatively. No, it doesn't. Like, but those things do. Like when I first came into money, one of the first things I did was retire my mom, and like that brought me tons of happiness. You know what I mean? And like, if my brother had a medical emergency and we couldn't afford it, and I made money to afford it, that'd bring tons of happiness. So once you take care of those basic necessities, so we'll say make over hypothetically $1 million. No, it really doesn't. Like adding an extra zero, going from 10 million to 100 million or whatever it is, makes no difference.
So you're given that, or just fearless in spending the money?
Yeah, well, let me reframe. I guess it could for some people. If you really, I don't know, you spent your whole life obsessing over cars, it probably would bring you a little bit of joy to buy a nice Lamborghini. I'm coming more from the frame of mind of an entrepreneur, someone who's really obsessed with business building. For me and a lot of my friends and people I hang around, what brings us happiness is winning and building companies and changing the world. Like that is fun. It's a complex problem you can wake up every day, and it gives you something to obsess over and devote your life to, whereas just having money doesn't,